Great day, people, and welcome to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast. I am your hostess, Aisha, also known as Jade. And today's episode is why are people quitting their jobs in the next 5 years? Why do you think that? Why are people quitting their jobs in the next 5 years? The reason comes down to two words, which I'm sure it could be way more than two words. So let's just dive right into it, okay? So I probably will be saying some numbers and stuff like that, a little bit of statistics and things of that nature, but that's okay. And also let me say I am hashtag the researcher. So a recent study dove into what it means to be satisfied in your career and whether or not people are more prone to following their dreams or their wallets. So the saying goes that if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But how many people get to enjoy such a luxury over the course of their career? Also, how common is it to actually feel motivated, passionate, and self-actualized at work while you're making someone else rich? So for Americans, the workplace is looking rather grim. More than half of employees in the United States don't feel any particular connection to their job. And another 16% downright resents it, right? So you have people that they can't stand going to their job. They wake up every day and they just resent it. They can't stand it. And or again, they have no type of connection. So another recent study dove deeper into what it means to be satisfied or not in your career and whether people are more prone to following their dreams again and or their wallets. So what causes people to eventually quit? So if you're the type of person who is a disengaged employee, fantasies about quitting your job, whether in a blaze of glory or quickly and quietly, are likely familiar to you. Among the survey's respondents, insufficient pay was the number one reason that people considered quitting their jobs in the next 5 years. Almost 34% of women and about 32% of men, followed by lack of growth opportunities, okay? 22% of women and nearly 26% of men, as well as lack of passion, which is 15% of women and 16% of men. And contrary to the notion that people quit managers, no matter how badly workers disapprove of theirs, less than 6% of men and women thought of leaving because of their boss. Well, I have to be honest. I can definitely say that I've been in that mind frame, just wanting to quit. And to be quite honest, if I can, for a quick second, my job position, I enjoy. It can be a little hectic. I didn't say I loved it. I said I do like it. I like what I do. It can really get busy and hectic, can be overwhelming, of course. However, I do like what I do. Management has been very iffy for the 3 years that I've been at my job. And there's only been, outside of management, one other time recently where I've literally taken off my badge, put it on the table, and was like, I'm gone. On the flip side of that, I cannot allow, when that happens, that means that I've given too much energy to people. And that has to change because I should not allow anyone, I'm human, but I should not allow anyone to take that energy, allow toxic people to take that energy away from me. So that means I need to reevaluate myself, which I have, which I'm a work in progress. And I'd rather not say what I want to do. I'd rather it just show for itself when it's that time for it to shine. So I'm sure quite a few people have definitely been in a position where if they've worked for corporate America, past or present, maybe at one point in their time they've been like, I can't deal with it. I want to quit because of my boss or supervisor, manager, or what have you. So, of course, quitting your job is a drastic measure. And it takes a fair bit of time to reach that boiling point. And I have to agree it has. As revealed in the survey, people's motivations and salaries had a lot to do with how quickly they decided it was time to pull the plug. And I always say with my job, it is a friends and family plan there. And I'm not saying that you should not look out for your people, your family, because you should. But can you look out for other people who work just as hard? Right? It always seems like they're always coming up with excuses about a budget and why they can't do this, that, and the third. Yet, people tend to get raises. People are getting hired, making money, coming off the street, and different reasons. So, okay, there you have it. What's your motivation? Think about that for yourself. What is your motivation? So of those who were primarily in their career for passion's sake, people earning between $75,000 and $99,999 per year didn't start considering switching jobs until 3.5 years in. It's so funny because my 3-year anniversary was 2 days ago, August the 11th. Actually, I'm wrong. It's actually, I believe, August the 15th or 16th. It's either the 11th, 15th, or 16th. Whew. Imagine that. I can't even remember, but I know it's 3 years. So, again, they didn't start considering switching jobs until about 3.5 years ago. So in comparison, even the highest earners, $100,000 or more, who choose their job for the pay as opposed to passion, were ready to throw the towel in by year 2. We found that being motivated primarily by income had a strong association with relentlessness in one's job and a desire to change position, even at the highest income level. People in jobs that were passionate about tended to stay much longer in those jobs, even at lower salaries, when compared to individuals whose primary motivation for work was income. Also, according to the survey, people who felt passionate about their jobs stayed happier in their roles for longer. And the number on their paycheck simply wasn't enough to keep them around long enough. So while overall life satisfaction increased as people's salaries climbed, people making less than $15,000 a year were just as passionate about their jobs as those who were clearing $100,000. So in conclusion, keep that in the back of your mind when you make your next move. Career fulfillment can't be denominated in dollars and cents. It's all about how you work makes you feel at the end of the day. So thanks so much for tuning in to my Aisha Speaks Jade podcast. I hope that you enjoyed this brief episode. And I would like to invite you to my social media platforms, which I am right now, right here on Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on Instagram. Follow me. Twitter, YouTube. Again, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube channel, which you can find me on all of them at Aisha Speaks Jade. Again, Aisha Speaks Jade. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe by hitting that thumbnail, as well as hit that notification bell. Also, you can follow me on LinkedIn at Aisha Jade Speaks. Aisha Jade Speaks. Remember that self-care, self-love, self-respect, knowing your worth and your value is not a choice. It is a priority. You demand that. Set high standards for yourself, men and women. Create your greatness as well as create your happiness. And until next time, but before I say that, always remembering that when you go through your challenges, remember the 3 C's: catch it, check it, change it, because it may not always be easy, but it can be achievable. So again, with that in mind, have an awesome evening, a better tomorrow. Peace and blessings be upon each and every one of you. Nam Yaho Ren Kekyo, Namaste, and Ashe. I am that universal chick. Peace out.